What's up, Iron Family? It's Will Corbin.
Travis Scott.
Austin Sisney.
Well, today we went over some things. We got to know Travis. Who is Travis Scott? If you're curious to find out, then keep on listening. Thank you for your time. Boom! You get a line now, I get a pole now, honey. Travis, would you say something? Just right now, I want to just see how it sounds. I'm doing like
What's up? That's all you get. You want to leave that in there? You thinking it?
Oh, hell yeah. Another episode with Travis Scott. Austin Sisney's here with us today. Awesome. Looking amazing.
Looking awesome.
It looks like he slept in the barn and a cow woke him up by licking his head.
His head.
Good morning, Austin.
What's going on, man?
Oh, man. I'm excited to get another episode down. We're just going to flow with it today. We are going to hit some rapid fire towards the end a little bit. I'm really excited about that. I got some exciting questions to rattle Travis's brain.
That's impossible to rattle my brain, man.
I believe it.
That's impossible.
Have you been working on the poem or the music on words or the play on words?
We need to talk about that. I actually talked to someone last night.
Really?
About recording. He was wanting to do something this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got a lot of other things we got to get in place first.
That's true. This weekend's going to be a big weekend for us. We got to go over a bunch of shirts and hoodies and whatnot. Anyway, if you don't know what we're talking about, the last week's episode was called Open the Cage. Travis Scott was on there as well. About 50 minutes into the episode, Travis lets us hear some of this writing he's been working on. I believe it's titled Open the Cage. Is that right?
It's titled Open the Cage.
And it's going to be, how would you describe like what it's exactly it's going to be? I know firsthand what it's going to be.
It's, if you've ever heard of spoken word poetry, you can just go on YouTube, look at any spoken word poetry videos. They're usually like 2 to 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And it's, inspirational type, that inspirational, motivational type video. It's not rapping, it's not singing. It's kind of just, talking over the music, but it's something real motivational.
It was super, extremely motivational. For me, it literally gave me cold chills. I loved it. I loved every second of it. It was great. Did you, I don't know if you follow football or anything, but the Steelers quarterback got hit in the head with his helmet. One of the guys that attacked him, he sacked him like 2 or 3 times in a row, and I guess the third sack, the quarterback's mad as hell, and he gets up trying to pull the dude that tackled him's helmet off, and I'll pull it up right here and show you.
Yeah, we have to watch that because I didn't get to see that part, and, the end part where he tried to pull his helmet off.
He tried to pull his helmet off, and then obviously the quarterbacks are small. They're smaller guys usually. This dude gets up, rips the quarterback's helmet off, and then some Steelers pull him off. Well, the quarterback gets up with no helmet, runs around the guys, blocking the other guy, trying to hit him. Dude takes the quarterback's helmet and rocks him in the fucking dome with it. Right in the top of the head.
You got to pull that up. I need to see that.
Yeah, mute that so we don't get in any copyright trouble or whatever, but...
It's too early to get sued.
Yeah, we just getting started. We don't... All right.
So this is it right here.
It's definitely not, for sure.
No, what is that?
This is
That's something that happened.
It was 3 sacks. Okay, this is afterwards, yeah, so... All right, so it's leading up to it probably right here. So that was after he
saw him throw his hands up?
Yeah. This is a shit video of it, but we'll see what it is.
It'll probably have another angle.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
We'll do a replay.
But yeah, they... this dude, and when everyone's seen this originally, I heard a lot of people saying they started getting the guy, they're like, oh man, he's fucked up for hitting him with the helmet. And I'm like, well, look at what the quarterback's trying to do.
Exactly.
He's trying to rip the dude's helmet off at the very beginning. He's mad. He gets sacked 2 or 3 times. That's the third sack. Yeah, right here. Play right there. Watch him. Boom. So he's already down.
He's
down.
He's
mad about it.
Yeah, okay,
He's trying to pull his helmet off here. Quarterback's trying to pull his helmet off.
Yeah, so he should have been
stopped. Buddy picks him up by his helmet, and he's running, still trying to fight. Look. Boom. Oh, now you want to throw your hands up.
Now you want to throw your hands up.
You ever try to fight, you get your ass beat like, hey, help me.
I can see that 2 different ways. But like I say, now he want to throw his hands up. Like, somebody help me. I've been hit.
Yeah. I'm losing.
Oh, Lord, I've been hit. He want to throw his hands up.
Oh, man. That was when I better watch this clip maybe. Boom.
Okay, so by looking at that, who do you think should be punished?
Well, I mean, in today's society, if you get in a fight, both people, whether you hit first or
Right.
second, you're getting in trouble. So I believe that the quarterback. I don't really know the story behind it. This is like 40 seconds left
Oh,
in the
he
game.
got him good right
Oh yeah,
there.
he cracked
You see that?
his ass. I believe they'll both.
Oh, yeah.
The dude who hit him with the helmet's going to get in the most trouble because
Yeah,
he hit him with the
yeah.
helmet. But we don't know the backstory. Like this is the last quarter of the game. The Steelers have been getting their ass whooped. They're emotional as hell about it. So he's mad. He gets sacked 3 times in a row. Yeah, he's mad
In
about
a
it.
row.
Yeah. But man, super.
Like I say, there's always a backstory.
There is.
We don't know what led up to that.
So many people just jump to conclusion and they just automatically assume, like you just see one little clip, you buy one clip, or you see one clip and then boom, you've already made your decision on who's guilty and who's not.
Take sides.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. That's really ridiculous.
You got to try to look at the whole. That's one thing I've learned. You got to look at the whole
whole picture.
You got to kind of like not be biased and
Yes.
just take yourself out and look at
Yes.
both sides.
All right. Well, before we get too deep in anything else, I felt last week I had one thing I wanted to cover, and I didn't really get to cover it, So on our YouTube channel, if you just go to YouTube and type in Iron Covenant, we have a ton of videos on there. Everybody knows my story. Everybody knows where I come from, what I did, how I did it, and everything. But a lot of people have been asking me, who's Travis Scott? So if you don't mind, if you could give us, if you want to take 1 minute or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever you want to do, if you could just tell us a little bit about an about me type deal. Who is Travis Scott?
That's a deep question.
It is a
right
deep
there.
question. That's a deep question.
That's a deep question.
But I want to
can
know
roll
who
with
is
it.
Travis
I can
Scott.
roll with it.
Yeah. Start off, I guess, like where'd you go to school at? Let's just start from the beginning.
Oh, my name's Travis Scott. I'm from Belton. I went to BHP. So I'm a Belton boy out in the country. I like all that country stuff or whatever. But I'm a very universal person. I mean, I can get along with anybody. Will can attest to that.
Yeah.
Austin can attest to that. I mean, I can get along with anybody. I just like to have a good time. I am a hard worker. I believe in making things happen. But in the past, which, I mean, this is a good segue, but in the past, I've always been that type of person. I got to make sure every T is crossed. I got to make sure every I is dotted before I do something.
Right.
And you miss out on a whole lot of shit like that. And I've learned from Will, hey, you got to just jump out there and just make it happen. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? If you fail, hey, you just pick up and start over.
That's it.
But I was the type of person, I would, if we going to jump out of plane, I got to know who packed the parachute, where it came from, what day it was packed on, who made it. You just going to put it on and jump.
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what
flaw I have. I'm like,
yeah.
hey, fuck it, let's jump.
Oh, that's not a flaw. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. So,
That depends until you got somebody like Austin who fell asleep packing a parachute. Hey, he half-assed packed the
like
parachute.
you sleep now.
Yeah.
But that's who I am. I've been working out since high school, wrestled, ran track, all that stuff. Been working out. You know how working out is. You kind of get into it for a while, then you kind of fall off.
Oh, yeah.
Get into it, kind of fall off. I had like a major surgery when I was like 20. I had a tumor removed. So after that, I like really started working out and getting into it. And that pretty much just sums it up.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? You said you had a tumor removed. I
Yeah.
know the story, but just tell everybody else if you don't mind. Just what you want to,
It's crazy how it happened. It was for a job. I had to get a chest X-ray because
Okay.
there was some lifting involved. But to make a long story short, I did the chest X-ray, went home. Probably about 3 days later, the nurse called and she was just like, you need to go see your family doctor. So that was pretty much the end of it. Here I am, 20.
Yeah, they don't
on
tell
the
you
phone.
shit.
She was like, well, you need to go see your family doctor.
You was 20 years old.
I was 20.
And all she said is, Mr. Scott, you need to go see your
She
doctor.
was like, something kind of don't quite look right. But, nothing to be alarmed.
And how'd you feel,
You just need to go see your family doctor.
When somebody tells you don't be alarmed, but you need to go see your
Well,
doctor.
at 20, to me,
didn't give a shit.
I really didn't
You didn't
care.
give
I mean, it was just
That's
like,
true. You weren't really mature enough, responsible enough to give a shit.
back then it's just like,
It
I
is.
don't know, they got to weigh me again, or
Right,
they didn't do
right.
something, or,
Yeah.
or
They didn't
or
cross
hell,
their
I didn't-
teeth.
Yeah,
That's
something,
not right.
yeah. My eye went and died, my teeth went crossed
Yeah.
or something. But I went to the doctor, and he already had the X-ray, and it was a golf ball size. But I was never sick, never hurt, anything like that. It was in my chest, had to come out. Fast forward, did a biopsy. It wasn't cancer or anything. They cut it out. So they had to cut my ribs to get it out. And that was painful. But, at 20,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like...
You got a badass scar to show for it.
yeah, I mean-
That's a cool scar.
And I used to, not want to show that
Shit,
back in the
hey,
day,
I
but
would
now it's
cut
just
a hole
like
in my
shit.
shirt
I mean,
to show it.
to me, that's like a lifeline, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
To me, it's like it tells your story. It's like
Yeah.
stretch marks and shit. You know,
Yeah.
like on a woman or a man. Hell, fuck it. It just tells your story. Like, hey,
I was about to say, I don't know if I agree with the stretch marks, but yeah, you're right. It tells a story.
It tells a story.
It tells a story.
I mean, not necessarily like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. You know, it tells like
Yeah.
most women have stretch marks on their stomach. They've had a kid or whatever.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
like,
Yeah.
I don't believe anyone should be ashamed of stretch marks. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, hell, like. You brought a human into this world, you know.
Exactly,
And just
yeah.
like you, so your scar that tells part of you. Like you had something growing inside of you that needed to come out. You
It
got
had
that
to come
motherfucker
out,
You
yeah.
got it out. You got it out.
So I mean, that's why I try to take health serious, and I would advise anybody that. I mean, if something don't seem right, I mean, go get it checked out.
Right.
But that's something I would have never known. I mean, until it was like too late.
Yeah, and see, I'm the
So-
guy who it's usually going to be too late or like my shoulder. I need to go get this thing checked out.
Right.
And then since we're talking about you real quick, let me get one more thing real quick. So I know that you said writing is one of your passions. You like to write. You write a lot. Tell us, you got any more passions? Are you passionate about anything else like music? I know you like to lift weights. So you're in here very very regularly. Do you have any other passions other than writing?
Man, honestly, writing, and it's not just like the spoken word stuff. That is music and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That literally, I mean, right here on my phone when I'm pulling up so I can show Will. This is all of the stuff that I have written.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just like in the middle of the night or sitting at the red light or just stuff like that.
Right,
This is
right.
just little pieces of stuff right here
Oh,
that I go
shit,
back
man.
later on and build
Yeah.
upon. But
Yeah, that's
that's,
a lot
I mean,
of
that
shit.
really like, I'm really passionate about that.
What is that?
I'm really passionate about that. And you know, I heard somebody say one time, I mean, don't like work for your job. You know, you have to
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
That's not what I'm saying, you know, but like, don't work for your job 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and then go home and do nothing for your own dream.
Yeah. 'Cause
You got to
gotta
work
for
on your
yourself.
own dream.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you're making the company money, so you got to do something for yourself.
Okay.
But that's something I'm real passionate about.
All right.
That's something I'm gonna make happen. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. And then you know, every time we go out to eat, we argue about we're not arguing, but we're like we've sat in a parking lot to decide where we're gonna eat before. We've made 8 or 9 like rides up and down Clemson Boulevard trying to decide what we're gonna eat. So just so I'll know next time, what's your favorite place to eat in Anderson?
My favorite place
Your favorite
to eat.
place to eat in Anderson. That way,
My favorite place to eat in Anderson.
Now be careful because when you tell me this, like if we can't decide next time, this is gonna be our go-to. Favorite place to eat?
Number one, I'm very indecisive.
I know that's.
I mean, if
why-
I go buy a pair of shoes, I mean, I might stand there 35 minutes just. Y'all want to get these black Nikes or these whatever color? I don't
Right.
know. That's just how I am. I'm just very indecisive. But I like Red Lobster. I like
I do
that. What was that you call it?
The Admiral's Feast.
Admiral's Feast. Yeah,
that
I
is
like
good.
that.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
thing
so I
from
can get
there, too.
some cheese biscuits and
I
stuff. I gotta eat
tear
so I
them
can get
cheese
full.
biscuits up, yeah. All right. So, like I said, a bunch of people's been asking me who are you, and instead of me telling 30 people who you are, or like I'm not saying who you are, they know who you are. They see all
Right,
the posts.
right.
It's like asking about you. So
About
now
me.
they can listen to this and hey,
Look, you can look me up. I think I gave my Instagram last name is Travis Scott 62, and then right under that you're going to see T Scott.
T.
A lot of
Scott.
people used to call me T Scott in high school.
yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
So that's on Instagram, and Facebook is the same. Facebook it has Travis Scott. Now, obviously, if you type in Travis Scott, you're gonna get the rapper.
Nah.
You know, you're gonna get the rapper popping up, but then you'll see my picture with
Travis
T.
Scott. But remember
on it,
though, this is
whatever.
Travis Scott, the writer.
The writer.
Not
Hey,
the
you know,
rapper.
one of my friends at work, no lie, he actually showed me. He said, "Look what picture I got for your name," and he actually has Travis Scott.
Oh,
I'm
yeah?
like, why? Like,
Why?
he was like, I don't know. He was like,
That's how it
he
goes,
was
though.
just
That's
to
how
mess
it
with
goes.
you. Yeah. But speaking of eating, me and Will usually go out and eat. You know, like on Saturdays, get a beer, get a steak, or something like that. You know, I think it's important to have that downtime. You know, that socializing time. I mean, where you're not just talking about work, where you're not, you know, stressed out about stuff. You can just kind of have that hour and just, you know, kind of relax or whatever. But I said that to bring them around to this. Let's talk about Saturday. Tell them what happened Saturday.
Oh my! You talking about the Jeep?
The Jeep, and because
Oh,
we
yeah.
got to give a shout out
Oh, wow, yeah.
to the Savior that
Well,
just
let's
pulled
let's
up.
start from the beginning. So,
start from the beginning.
We were arguing about food. You and I were.
Again.
You were at the barbershop. I was leaving the gym, and I was like, "Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go?" And And I don't remember which place you said originally, but I started going.
It's never the place that we say originally.
100%
It changes
never.
10 times.
Exactly. So I'm on my way to this one restaurant, and I call you, or you call me and said it's too busy or something. Let's just go somewhere else. And I was like, okay. So I was turning to go somewhere else, and then I noticed that the Jeep. I was like, fuck, there's a flat fucking tire, you know. So I'm like, dang. So I pull over. I called Travis, and I said, hey, come check me out. I was like, damn, Jeep's got a flat tire. And then Travis brings a can of Fix-A-Flat for me just to get us back to the gym, you know. And then didn't work. It was the big old slide, like the damn tire was dry or something, big old hole in the tire. And then another member from the gym, he came by to try to help us out too. Well, we're sitting there, we're all twiddling our thumbs, scratching our head, trying to figure out what the hell are we going to do to get this Jeep back. And then what appears to be Superman flying in with a cape, just looking majestic as hell, is this man.
Jason.
Well, hold on. He opens the door. He rolls the windows down, and he's asks, "Is everything all right?" Whatever. And he gets out, and he's like, "Hey, I might have a tire at the house. I live 5 minutes down the road." And I'm like, "There's no way." I was like, "What did you do? Did you leave your cape in your vehicle?" And he laughs a little bit, and I introduce myself. I tell him who I am, and then he introduces himself. And apparently, him and I have spoken before about a vehicle. We had a vehicle for sale, and I'd messaged him about it. But the man's name is Jason Freeze, and he literally, I need to give him a huge shout out because he came by. Like I said, he was on his way home. He was in a rush, and he came by. He stopped to see if we were all right. He went out of his way to his house to bring me back a tire and rim that would fit on my Jeep. And he even assisted me. Like, he helped put it on. Hell, he helped put it on.
He was laying on the ground.
I mean, yeah, and his clothes, good clothes, man, just laying on the ground. I was like, man, not all heroes wear capes. But I said, Jason, I was like, and I hope he hears this, because I told him at least I could do, I tried to buy him lunch, he wouldn't take it. I tried to give him money, he wouldn't take it. I said, at least I could do, you come to the gym, we'll give you a month or so, we'll work something out. Just like, I am extremely grateful for you. But I just wanted to let you know, like, that was super selfless of him. He did that without wanting or needing anything in return. You know, he didn't expect anything. He didn't do it because he didn't take a picture of him doing it. He didn't check in on Facebook saying, look at me doing a good deed. He didn't call his friends telling them, hey, I'm out here doing good deeds. You know, most people, if you see somebody donating money or you see somebody helping somebody, they got to take selfies and videos of like, look at what I'm doing. I'm helping somebody do this or I'm doing that. And I'm like, well, you just took all the selflessness out of it, you know. But huge shout out to Jason Freeze. He selfless as hell, man. He's super selfless. He came out, asked for nothing in return, didn't want anything, just a complete act of selfless, you know, selflessness. You said, what's the A-Town?
A-Town.
Tell us a little bit about A-Town.
He actually has an adult volleyball league, and he's asked me several times to come out there and play. I just haven't made it. Yeah,
we are going.
We could have an Iron Covenant team.
We're putting
go
together
out there and
play.
And this isn't
yeah
backyard cookout volleyball. Yeah. This is like real competitive.
Hey,
slam the ball in your face type
Hey, when
stuff.
It comes to backyard shit, we're good at backyard fighting, but backyard volleyball, we're not
like this is serious. But he has like really grown it. You know, whatever you said, all superheroes don't wear capes, and I was about to say, yeah, he wears A-Town shirts. He has all these A-Town volleyball shirts and hats. Yeah, we got to get some of those.
Do you know his Facebook or anything offhand?
It's Jason Freeze.
Jason Freeze.
I believe it's Jason Freeze, and then it has
A-Town.
like A-Town.
It does. What about his company? Do you know if they have one so people can like?
I don't know for
sure. It's called A-Town Volleyball.
I think it's just A-Town Volleyball.
Dude, check him out. That man, he deserves something. I'm gonna give him an Iron Covenant shirt or something.
All right, now you know he gonna hold you to. He gonna hold us to that about going up there playing volleyball.
Man. I don't give a shit. I owe that man.
I mean, that's cardio right there.
That man came out of nowhere, literally.
Out of nowhere.
I was helpless. I was like, fuck it, we'll just leave the Jeep here. I literally was like, we'll just leave it, and then.
I showed up with a can of Fix-A-Flat with this big monster tire that didn't even do anything.
You could have slid a can in the damn hole.
We could have put the can in the hole, and I'm out there
we're pumping we're pumping Fix-A-Flat in the tire, and then Travis is like, I think I hear air. And I say, yeah, it's like, I take my fingers and drag across the back of the tire, and my whole finger goes in a hole, and I'm like, yeah, this can right here ain't gonna do it unless we wedge the can in the fucking hole, you know. But yeah, hey, huge shout out to Jason. Thank you again, man. I greatly appreciate it.
All right, now I know everybody can't see the table that we're sitting at, but on the end We have a variety of beverages.
Yes. Drinks.
Bottles on the table, cans.
Bottles, cans, energy drinks, cold brews.
What is the significance of that? Because even I'm a little in the dark with this.
So each one of the cans over there has somewhat of a story, whether they're small or great or little or big or short or long. Each one of them have somewhat of a story. One of the cans down there was my brother brought some cold beers in here the first day we opened. Well, the first night we opened the podcast room, he brought a couple cold beers in here. One of the beers down there, the Rise Guys beers, Kevin McGuire brought down, and just from
it, Rise Guys.
That's 93.3. You know the radio.
Oh,
the
for real?
plant. Yeah, they have their own beer. It's dude, it was.
Have you tasted?
Oh yeah, he brought 6 of them. It's good.
I can see your picture.
Oh yeah, we
On
need
a
an
can
Iron
like
Covenant. Yeah, Iron Covenant brew. We have a line. Oh, hey, open the
Oh, this
can.
was made by Thomas Creek too.
Yeah,
I
hey,
know what
it says open the can instead of open the cage.
Open the
It says
can. Just open the can.
And then the energy drink.
That logo on, dude. That would be hard though. Black can with that on it.
It's got to be a hard cider or something.
Right.
I'm just kidding. A seltzer. It's a hard seltzer.
Seltzer.
Now, and then the energy drink is from last year when we went to the Arnold and the Arnold Classic in Ohio. And I know you know where that Jack Daniels bottle come from.
I haven't seen that bottle before in my
You're
life. I don't
Why
know
does
where
it
that
say-
came from.
Why does it say T. Scott on the side? of
Somebody forged my name.
it? Yeah.
Isn't that like illegal?
Yeah.
It's like messing with people's mail and forging
Yeah,
names
yeah.
and stuff is illegal.
So what I got here is I got I'm gonna start with just people bring me shit, cans, and there's a couple what is it, cup and shit over there. But I'm gonna see if people want to bring something in. If they want to bring the next person that comes in, if they want to bring like a 6-pack of beer or something, then we'll take one out and put over there, and then or if they bring a bottle of something or some drink or something, we'll drink a little bit while we're here, and then we'll put the rest of it over there, or whatever. Just part of the story. Just adding to the story what's going on in here. It gives a little bit more character. It also gives something to talk about. Like makes you ask what the hell is all this shit going on.
Well, I got something to add to it. I got my little goodie bag I keep with me.
Oh, hell.
I don't know if you paid any attention to in my house, I got like old Coke bottles.
Oh, yeah,
Like they ain't never been open.
I know,
Those
yeah.
are like every Super Bowl, like as far back as I can remember.
You got some old bottles in there.
From my dad, and
Oh shit.
we even got the 1981 Clemson Coke bottles.
Oh,
Ain't
shit.
never been open or nothing
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna bring this one. This is when
Oh,
Carolina
shit.
Panthers
Yeah.
was in
Super
the
Bowl.
Bud Light limited edition,
Yeah.
and this is like 2015.
Yeah, that's
That ain't
badass.
that old, but
Nah, it's got a story, and
yeah,
it'll be old.
But I remember everybody was buying these up whenever they were in the store. or
That's so
whatever.
badass. Yeah.
That
hell
was
yeah.
February the 7th, 2016.
Oh yeah, so that's oh yeah, that's Super Bowl. That's when Super Bowl
That's the
was.
Super Bowl
Yeah,
edition.
yeah. Put that over there, Austin. Hell yeah, appreciate it,
It's
man.
cold too.
What we're gonna do is, I probably wouldn't.
It's cold too.
Also, every time this thing's probably fermented like hell. It's almost
Yeah.
liquor. What I'm gonna do is get some shelves. I'm gonna build some shelves all the way around this place. And I'm
just
gonna
go
line
the
them up, line them around across the top.
That'll be
I can't believe you drank that whole bottle of Jack Daniels by yourself.
I thought it had protein in it or something.
It's
I don't
supposed
know.
to. You drink
Yeah.
one bottle, you get right at less than 1 gram of protein. Oh man. Oh, good old Travis Scott.
So let me ask you a question real
Yes.
quick, because I got one I want to bring up. What is a pet peeve of yours?
A pet peeve of mine is the first one that came to mind. I'm not trying to pick on you, Austin, but it's when Austin's sweeping and then something else gets his attention. He just lays the broom down in the middle of the fucking floor
And takes off.
And then, hey, 20 minutes later, he's over doing something else. I'm like, oh,
If he's sweeping, he literally drops
he
the broom.
he won't drop it. He will at least lay it down. But when
Yeah.
I tell you in the middle of the floor, he would lay it in the middle of the floor. And also, I got that and a couple of things like as far as involving the gym. Like I hate when people don't put their weights back.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Like if you're at home, when you go home, you just throw your clothes on the fucking floor when you're done with them, or you put them where they go. And in the fan, dude, I hate when people leave in the corner by the cable machine.
And they leave it on.
Well, no, when they leave them the
Stuff on
attachments,
top.
like the handles and all this, I'm like, dude, the wall is not. You only have to move your feet. It's like hand distance away from where you're laying on the fan.
What about when they leave cups and bang cans? And
Me and you wouldn't be friends if that bothered you that much. I bet you've left more than 30 cups over the year.
One thing that is a pet peeve of mine.
Let's ask you. Let's hear it.
is I hate. I mean, I find it funny, but in the moment, it ain't too funny. When I text somebody, I'm not gonna call no names.
Oh, that's gotta be mean.
And they correct my grammar and tell me I use like OWN instead of ON or something like that.
That's
like,
definitely
damn. I'm like, Will, really? Just answer the question.
Hey, I will tell you this. Everybody that ever texts me says the same thing. Somebody can be we could be fighting, arguing, fighting, and somebody say the wrong one, and I respond back with it. Like if somebody says too, like you're too damn stubborn or something, I'm like, I just send them back TOO instead of TO. I'm like, you're wrong. You know, just like always. I'm like, and they're like, oh, I was in a hurry, or who cares? I'm like, I care. You know, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just fix it? You know. Yeah, it's a bad habit to start being incorrect. Okay, let me ask you something. Since you want to do me like this,
right?
I wrote it down right here, somewhere on here. Let's see. You know, we've been friends for a while now. What is it that you don't like about me? Oh shit! Other than the the grammar correct. Yeah. What is it that you don't like? Everybody's got something.
I'm not gonna say I don't like it.
Oh hell!
Like it?
Why did I ask?
But people that know me know that I'm never on time for anything.
Oh my!
But if I make it a point, if you say 9 o'clock, and if I can be here at 9 o'clock, I expect you to be ready to go at 9 o'clock.
Listen, yeah, okay, I respect that. But let me tell you something about your time. I don't know if the listeners have ever heard of.
Wait a minute, hold on. My clock in my clock in my car is like 15 minutes off.
Let me tell you.
So
you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Travis runs on something called hood nigga time. He's 15 minutes late to being 15 minutes late. I'm like today we're supposed to meet at 9. It was about 9:30. I was like, fuck this. I got to run to the bank real quick. At the red light, on the way to the bank at 9:30, guess who come rolling in? I was like, Trav, are you late?
But then I had to wait for him to come back.
I was going to go to that. I was going to go to that. Most of the time what happens is you're late, and I'm too impatient. I didn't start something else, or don't do it at all.
Right.
So I wait on you to get here, and then when you get here, you got to wait on me to get ready. I should go ahead and start getting ready. Like the workout, I take pre-workout when you get here. I should go ahead and take it, but I mean, really, part of our workout is spending 15 minutes talking shit.
Well, from now on, I just want you to know, if I say 11 o'clock.
You mean 12:30.
That means give or take 15 minutes.
That means take 15 minutes.
That means give or take 15 minutes.
I ain't never known you to be early on any. You've never been. You've never said, I'll be there at 11. You show up at 10.
You got to give me that window.
Yeah, I hear you, 15. Hood nigga time. Oh, shit. Do you believe in aliens?
Do I believe in aliens? Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna say yeah. I was gonna say no, but I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
The reason I say that because I just believe there's more out there or something. I mean, there has to be more out there that we just don't know.
Yeah.
I really do believe it is an entire living species, just like, I mean, hell, to them, we're aliens, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They probably looking like, who's those dudes with dreads and all. I'm like, they're damn, like, you know what I'm saying? They're damn aliens or something.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Okay. I believe in aliens.
I do too. I believe. I don't know that I necessarily believe in like what Hollywood depicts an alien as. You know, as far as the big round head with the long ass skinny arms and the little belly looking like
big eyes and shit.
Yeah, old buddy, old Family Guy. I don't think aliens look like that, but they could. Hell, I don't know.
They could.
I think that space is way too fucking huge, and like it just if it goes on and on and on and on, like you're almost a closed-minded individual to think that we're the only things. I'm not saying that. There's other intelligent life forms. I mean, unless you there's got to be something. You know,
right?
There's got to be. It's too big of.
Got to be something out there.
Too big of a place. Too big of an. I mean, dude, we aren't even a speckle. Our whole planet, like everything that you know, isn't even a dot. Like a 5 millimeter lead pencil dot on a piece of ocean, a sheet of paper the size of the ocean. We're not even that big. There's got to be more. Got to be more. You know that Thanksgiving's coming up. Mm-hmm. Give us like 2 or 3 things you're thankful for. I know that's a kind of a kid question, but not really.
No, that's not a kid question.
You got to be. Let's say what are you thankful for, and I'll tell you a little bit. You know, go ahead.
Man, I'm telling you, my things are basic. I'm telling you, the older I get, the more I try to simplify my life.
Got to.
Man, it's just the basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm thankful just, number one, I mean, just to be alive.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I'm thankful for the small stuff because I know people that, I mean, I can pick up this pen and write my name here.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know people that can't
Can't
even,
read, yeah,
don't
can't read.
have strength to even write
Yeah,
or anything
yeah.
like that. I'm
That's
thankful
true.
for the small stuff.
A lot of people aren't, like, you know, that take shit for granted. Like being able
Right.
to wipe your own ass. A lot of people take that for granted. And I'm like, man, you got to be thankful. You got to be
I'm just
thankful.
thankful for the small
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, most people might say this a certain kind of car, or
Yeah.
house. Man, I'm just thankful for the small stuff.
Yeah.
Just to be able to be
Yeah.
independent.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
I'm with you. Yeah, a lot of people are, like I said, take things for granted, and I will say that I'm guilty myself of taking shit for granted from time to time, which I believe everyone is. And if someone tells you they never take shit for granted, I believe they're lying because. Okay, so I spent a year in Afghanistan in 2011, 2012. Dude, when I got back home, like back to America, where I could like, the air was different. Like it was a clean, like the air smelled good. It's been I don't know how to explain how to like smell fresh air. You know how like on a really clear, beautiful summer day when someone's cutting grass, you smell it just smells fucking fresh.
Just that
It
springtime
just- hey,
fresh smell.
It smells so
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I got back from Afghanistan, it could have been raining, cold as hell outside, and I would have just smiled because it was beautiful. Like I was thankful for the air, thankful for the ground. A lot of people take safety for granted, and they take they're not thankful. You know, everybody can say what they want to about police. Everybody's got their own opinions on whether they like cops or not. I'm sure there's bad cops. You know, I get it. I'm sure there's good cops, but just like a police presence is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been to a country where there were no cops. It was just like essentially all gangs. So just imagine if there was no police here, a local gang or some guys could get together and just come in here and take whatever the fuck they
Just
wanted
take
to.
over, yeah.
But now I truly believe that the presence of the police, like just knowing that, fuck, if I go and take that, then they'll arrest me. It's 2020. There's cameras everywhere. You do something nowadays, you're probably going to get caught. I believe that everybody needs to take a little bit of time and just think about how good they got it and how thankful they should be. A lot more thankful than they are. I know that I'm extremely blessed. I can't get over how thankful I am. I smile sometimes. I just be sitting there smiling sometimes and be like, damn, I got it so good. You know, like I'm going to go to bed tonight with food in my stomach. I'm going to wake up in the morning and probably eat some more food. I don't ever have to go hungry. You know, some motherfuckers don't even get to eat.
People don't realize how much of a blessing that really is. I mean,
Dude.
think about, even just you and I, just to be able to say, you want to go eat
Yeah.
at Logan's?
Yeah,
You want to go
yeah.
to Applebee's? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just start naming
That's
places
true.
and then, you know, I hate to say it, but sometimes we might get something and eat half of it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people can't do that.
That's what, yeah.
I mean,
know.
just something, just to be able to open your refrigerator, you know, you can just pick and choose,
Yeah.
you know, what you want or whatever.
But
so.
being able to waste food is almost a blessing in itself. Like people that are like, "Oh, I got it so bad," and I'm like, "Dude, you didn't have your fucking food. You know, like
Yeah,
you ain't got it that bad.
You ain't got it that bad.
Yeah, you got a little too much meat on your bones to be struggling that bad. You know.
You got some weight.
Yeah. So if I encourage everyone to just look at your life for what you got right now. Look at the good and the bad. You should even be thankful that the bad's only what it is, because I'm here to tell you, it can always get worse. No matter how bad shit is, it can always get worse. And I remember my grandpa right before he passed away. He told me, he said, "Everything's gonna be okay." I was like, "Man, what's wrong?" I was like, I don't remember. I think I was a kid. I was young, and I was like, I was crying. I was holding his hand. I was like, man, I felt that something wasn't right. This is literally like he passed away that night.
That night.
So I'm sitting there by his bed. I'm holding his hand. I'm just crying. I'm like, you ain't okay. He's like, I'm okay. And I'm like, I can see it in your eyes. Like I can literally see the life leaving your eyes. And I remember the look in his eyes to this day. And I was like, it's not okay. You're where are you? Like I'm holding his hand, asking him where he's at. And he's like, it's gonna be all right. And I'm like, no, hell, it ain't. He's like, it will be all right. I didn't say no, hell, I ain't. He probably punched me in the damn nose, but they probably laughed about it. You know, as I got older, he started laughing a little bit about it. But he told me it was gonna be all right, and I said it wasn't. And he said it's got no choice but to be. He said whether he wakes up tomorrow or not, the world's gonna keep on spinning, and you got to clock in tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're here,
That's
you got to
true.
clock in tomorrow.
That's true.
And So no matter, every time I get low and I'm like, fuck, everything sucks. Bills are due. This is sucking. Whatever is going terrible. Your relationship going bad. You lost all your money on a bet. Whatever the hell's the problem, you just need to realize if you're feeling low, you had to be high to feel low. You know what I'm saying? And everything's a cycle. You go down, you go up. You feel good, you feel bad. You know. Which brings me to, a lot of people say that life's like a roller coaster, you know, ups and downs, and I couldn't disagree with that more.
That's like one of the truest statements.
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. I think that's complete bullshit. Because check this out. When's the last time you've been on a roller coaster and not been able to see when the drop's coming? On a roller coaster, you can see where the drop's coming.
Yeah.
You know when shit's about to get scary. You know when it's about to get shitty. You know when it's about to be terrible. Life ain't like a roller coaster. You don't know when the hell bad shit's going to happen. If I had to tell somebody what life was like to me, I think you're on a little bitty John boat. You ain't got no motor, you got a paddle. And you dead slap in the middle of the ocean. I don't know if you've ever been out into the ocean, you know, but it can be, the sun can be out, the waters can be calm. You can be out there just enjoying life. And then all of a sudden, there's a damn 105-foot wave right on your ass. And ain't a thing you can do about it. I guess what I'm getting at is in the ocean, storms come and go so fast. Like, bow, 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 bow. And in life, everything can be going so good. And then, boom, here's a storm. And only thing you can do is just hold on to your little boat. You better hold on to your little boat, man, because, but it'll be all right. You'll make it through. As long as you'll make it through. Everything's going to be all right. Like I said, so if you need some encouragement, just know everything's going to be all right. It's got no choice. You're going to go to bed tonight, and you're going to wake up tomorrow, and maybe shit'll be better, and if not, you got the next day. You always got the next day until you don't got the next day, and guess what? When you ain't got the next day, it don't fucking matter no more.
And when you was talking about like a roller coaster, I mean, that's daily.
Yeah.
You know, you can be up, down, up, down. I mean, sometimes through the day, just with everything going on, I mean, I'm like extremely uphill, good, and next thing you know.
Yeah.
Because things going on, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
work and just life in general. I like that saying that Mike Tyson has where he says everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got a plan, you know, until you get punched in the face. Right.
Speaking of Smiley, what you tell us a little bit about that? Like, would you agree? Everybody's got a plan until you get, I think we talked about that on our podcast, right? Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Like, you can go in there, you can watch fights and say, hey, guys, are talking about, I'm going to go in there and I know he throws his heavy right hand. I'm going to go in there and he ain't going to hit him with that. Well, as soon as you get hit with something, everything you thought you knew, gone. But you got to just keep on, like I said, man, keep on keeping on.
You got to roll with the punches.
You got to roll with the punches.
You get hit in the face, you got to regroup.
Yeah, because it ain't going to kill you.
You got to regroup and keep on moving.
It might, but it probably won't. But, yeah, everything's going to be okay, you know. So this is another, I want your opinion on this. This isn't anything rapid fire or anything, but I was talking to another guy the other day, and I think we talked about this too, Austin, but humans, are we primarily, you know, like, let's go back to the beginning, you know, what humans were intended to do. The question is herbivores or carnivores? And I would like to get your opinion. Do you think that humans were, you know, like, you don't ever see a lion just out there eating an apple or chewing on some leaves, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You also don't see an elephant going around eating a lion or eating a squirrel, hell, anything. You know, I don't even know if squirrels are around elephants, but either way, you get what I'm saying. So
yeah,
certain animals are omnivores, which are both. But humans, what do you think about that? Like, were we originally intended to be plant eaters or meat eaters, and why?
And why?
Why do you think
back
so?
to school days?
Yeah.
Man, I'm kind of split 50-50 on that.
I told you I'm gonna rattle that brain, baby.
Because I've been doing a lot of reading and stuff, and I have a lot of cousins that have went vegan, and they swear that their life has like turned around. Right. I mean, they look amazing now.
Right.
So I think probably both.
Probably both.
I just think that we were meant to be both.
So omnivores.
Because like whenever I think about in the caveman days, I mean, you know, they were like meat eaters, you know, some, you know, just like meat eaters. But then I think about, you know, like back in the day where they didn't have like traditional medicine like we got now. And I was talking to somebody about that because I don't like taking medicine. I mean, if I got a headache, I just lay down until it go away. I try to.
Right after this, we're going to talk about medicine.
You know, somebody made a point to me. That was like, man, like in Africa, you know, and all these countries back in the days, and he was like, even now, man, there's certain flowers that they go out and eat for a headache. It's certain this they go out and do for this.
But I'm talking about for nutrition to survive.
For nutrition to survive.
Do you think humans were made to? Well, I'll tell you this, and then you tell me a little bit more what you think.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to lions.
You gotta help me out.
Let's go back. Let's say lions and zebras.
Yeah.
All right. So because they're smaller, and we can see their teeth. All right. A lion's teeth are sharp as fuck. If you take a lion's tooth and drag it across your skin, it'll cut you wide open. If you take a zebra's tooth and drag it across your skin, it ain't gonna. It's like our teeth. A zebra has teeth just like us, as far as flat bottom teeth. I think so. I'm pretty sure. All right.
I don't know. I haven't looked in a zebra mouth lately.
I mean, I just imagine a horse. You know, they're
know,
similar
right?
to
Yeah.
a horse. So, but I haven't. I can't tell you the last time I've given a dental exam to a fucking zebra. What I'm getting at is a lion's teeth are made to rip, tear, and destroy meat.
Flesh,
meat.
yeah.
To get in there,
Yeah.
you know, and they got claws that for ripping shit apart and helping them out. And zebras got hooves and horse teeth.
They can't tear nothing.
We don't have. Do you think that years and years and years and years ago we had our fingernails were harder? Is there some people's fingernails like you see all the time? Girls get their fingernails broke.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't think. Well, I mean, us too. Guys can if they want to. They can have their nails as long as they want to. But I imagine a man's nails breaking just like a woman's nails. But what I'm saying is like our teeth aren't sharp. Our teeth aren't. I don't know.
In front.
Yeah, well then,
you slice meat and chew it up in the back.
I would say cutting, slicing's a lot different than like
taking. They're made to take bites of like.
Well, yeah, our teeth.
Lions' teeth are made to like shred and puncture and all that kind of.
Well, that's
shit.
saying zebra's teeth are the front teeth are made to pinch and pull, and then the back teeth are grinders. Like our molars grind.
Are they like
narrow in the front?
Bladed, like kind of like how because teeth aren't bladed, but they're like thinner as they go down to let you like slice into shit.
I think that. Like a lion's teeth all the way around, like a shark's teeth. If you fucking
they made it.
You can't touch a lion or a shark's tooth with a balloon and not bust. I imagine you better touch a zebra's teeth with a balloon and it's just like
a horse, like you said, like a horse.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I don't really know. I believe that. I think the omnivore thing works. I believe that because humans, we've made it this far, we're survivors. So I believe that. I don't really know where the hell we come from. I'm not getting into that right now. I'm just saying like. I imagine if the first man, I mean, how the hell he's hungry. He's like, I imagine him just like, just like a dog. If a dog ain't got no dog food, what's he do? Go outside or dig around for some berries or dig around for some leaves or no motherfucker eat grass sometimes.
Yeah, They do
so
what
I'm
they
thinking
do.
that humans are the same way. I believe that we ate berries and shit when we had to, but when we had meat, hell yeah, we ate that shit.
Yeah.
I believe
probably just as time evolved.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. I was just talking to somebody. I was like, man, I don't really. That's a good fucking question. But omnivores.
That's a real good
question. You going with omnivores? You think we both?
I'm going with omnivores.
What you think? You said. I think me and you had this talk. What'd you say, Austin?
Definitely omnivore.
From the beginning. Omnivore. From the beginning.
Yeah, as far as the word beginning goes, yeah.
From us talking, like from the beginning. Yeah, obviously from the beginning. Yeah. So you but do you think this? So with that being said, if let's take a zebra. Right, if we started captivating zebras, if we started, we had zebras, right, and we started feeding them meat. We just put some meat out there and like, you either gonna die or you gonna eat this meat. I'm curious to know if the zebra would eat the meat, and if it did, its kids. Like, I wonder if over time the zebra's teeth would start like evolving almost, sharper. If their digestive system, like we need all kind of like shit like to when we cook. We have to cook our food. If we eat raw meat, we'll get sick. There's a possibility of getting sick. Back then before they had, like you said, when they were eating mushrooms and shit to get healed and shit. Yeah. Which brings us to like medicine. Humans. How many years did humans make it before we started it? Before we had big pharmaceutical fucking
pharmaceuticals. Yeah.
They used to prescribe heroin to kids to get rid of. I don't know what the hell it was. Somebody told me that, so I don't know any truth to that. Go look that up real
Google
quick.
that. No, we can't be making no false
I'm pretty
claims.
sure, like, when they had, like, the doctors that wore them fucking big, long beaks, like, for the masks.
Oh, you talking about way back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about with that.
Look up heroin for prescribed or kids. Somebody told me that. I want to see.
What made me look at medicine different?
Prescribed.
What made me really look at medicine different is that
PR.
I was taking something, and I don't know how the conversation came about, but my doctor at that time, he was just like, "Oh, we'll just stop." So if you can tell me to just stop like that, I didn't need to be on it in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it.
What Bayer, the company Bayer prescribed. They promoted heroin for. Look right there. That's what I'm talking about. Heroin. Back in the fucking day, glass bottle. Oh, let's put that shit down. No thanks up there. No thanks. Hit that. Right there. Nope, I guess not. Oh, it's a pop up, ain't it?
But I just wonder what year.
Well,
what year is this?
It'll show up on there whenever he gets up. That's a pop up blocker.
It won't
But
go away.
just press back then. Just press back. Let's see if we can get it load back up. But anyway, it's gonna be on there. See, all narcotics. Let's see, they've been prescribed. It's been years. I mean, like maybe even I would say before America for sure. You know, I would definitely.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would definitely say it's before America. So like what I'm saying is they didn't know, but obviously it had to fucking. Well, you know, they just like for colds and shit. They wouldn't. You didn't used to be cough medicine. You just give somebody some fucking whiskey and say, hey, drink this shit.
Yeah, and be done with
and push through. But I don't remember what year. Just type in like what year did they prescribe heroin? What year heroin? I don't know. 1914. Yeah, look.
1914.
Oh, that's when they started restrict. Oh, they were in 1914. They restricted it to prescription only. So it was just it was a recreational fucking.
It was a recreational thing.
God.
Everything
In
was
1914.
At one point, they didn't know what it was capable.
What it was capable of doing.
Yeah, for sure. I agree for sure. But which we're gonna do another segment. I got another guy I'm gonna have on here to do some natural medicine type shit. As far as medicinal marijuana. There's some micro dosing of some psychedelics and shit. I'm not very educated on the natural medicine side. So I'm absolutely excited to get this guest in here to go over some shit and figure some more shit out. But that's just crazy how there's berries you can eat to get rid of this, and there's mushrooms you can eat to get rid of that, and there's all sorts of natural medicines and whatnot. So let's see here. Yeah. Oh man, I love the fucking.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this rapid fire thing real quick.
Okay.
So my first question I want to ask you, and you know how this works. We did it last time. We're going to continue to do it. I'm just going to ask a question. Give me the first thing that comes to your mind or just whatever you think about it. So the good thing about the internet and podcasts, YouTube, stuff like that, it's probably going to be around forever. Okay. You know, we can look up something for, years ago that somebody said. Yep, that's how like politicians get in trouble in interviews and stuff. They find
pictures of that and fucking.
So let's just say 20 years from now.
Okay.
Trace stumbles across this podcast.
Okay, this one right here.
What is something that you want to say to him? Or just something you want to say? He's grown. He can be, my daddy did a podcast back in the day. Let me look at some of these episodes. So what's something that you would say?
I would say, because in 20 years, I don't know where I'll be health-wise. But I will say, if he's listening to this right now, I would definitely say, hey, no matter what you're going through, it's going to be all right. Hey, I know that sounds that's just simple, but that's just the truth. I mean, I know that's a very simple statement, but sometimes you need to hear that. So somebody just tells you, no matter what you're dealing with right now, like I said, a breakup, you lost your job, you lost your best friend, you lost your mama, whatever the hell the problem or the situation is it's going to be all right. Keep your head held high and just keep pushing forward because at the end of the day, life's going to be all right and life's going to keep going. And they say time heals all. I don't know if that's true or not. I guess it's each person. But I would definitely tell my kid, I would just say, well, I guess I'd say, remember you're a Corbin. Remember you're a Corbin.
Remember you're a Corbin.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, remember you're a Corbin. Okay, so what about you? Let me see. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna bust you with this quick one right here. This is would you rather? This is a would you rather question. So, would you rather never be able to speak again, or have to say every single thing that crosses your mind? Everything, no matter where you
are.
I
would rather be able to say everything that crosses my mind because I think
I'd be in jail.
But you know what? You'd probably be happy because people hold a lot of stuff in.
I don't know. The truth is, I think sometimes I say shit. I say most of what's on my mind, and I'm like, why'd I say that?
I think I would just have to say whatever pops up on my mind.
No matter if it's like, damn, this motherfucker stink. You gotta say it.
Okay, but if it's the truth.
Yeah, if it's the truth, yeah.
But I wouldn't say it like that.
Hey, but if that crossed your mind like that, it's coming out your mouth.
Yeah.
Sometimes shit that goes through your head, it don't come out your mouth the same way. You know, whether it be for
Exactly.
better or worse.
You got to process it a little bit.
Yeah. Oh shit. all right. What you got?
All right. So this is just more of an advice question I want you to give somebody. So last time you asked me if I had the world's population attention for 30 seconds, what would I tell them? So I want to know, what would you tell somebody that's on the verge of giving up on their dreams, or maybe even just giving up on life, period? Because you don't know who might listen to this in the car or at home or whatever. So what advice would you give somebody that's just like, you know what, I'm just fed up, I'm just done, period?
See, this is, somebody really needs to hear this, because again,
They really do.
I'm gonna say the same thing again. It's gonna be all right. I got 30 seconds. You killed it with your 30-second thing. You narrowed the question down a little bit more for me. I said if you got 30 seconds, what you got? You're talking about 30 seconds to tell somebody, hey, they need something. And again, I would say keep your head up. It's gonna get better. It's got no choice but to get better. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna wake up tomorrow and you're gonna be happily ever after. But it may take a week. Hell, it may take a year. But don't stop. Pursue happiness at all costs. Whether if your happiness is by yourself or with somebody, if you're a man and it's with a woman, or if you're a man that's with a man, I don't give a shit. Like, you got to go to bed with your decisions, and you got to go. It's you. You got to worry about your happiness, because nobody else is. So I would just say, hey, pursue your happiness and don't give up.
That's a good answer.
Keep on keeping on, baby. Keep on keeping on.
Good answer.
So this question I'm about to ask you is going to determine our friendship. This is a serious question, real serious.
Bring it. What is it? What is it?
Toilet paper. Do you have it so the paper is facing you, or the paper's coming down from the back side? So you get what I'm saying? People put toilet paper where you got to pull it from this side or this side.
This is gonna blow your mind right here.
If you tell me you don't care,
this is gonna blow your mind right here.
There is a right answer.
No,
I'm so serious.
Look, I guess I'm just a different type of person. I have like a
Kleenex. He pulled.
I have like a. I can't explain it. You can buy them in Walmart. It's like a toilet paper hook that hooks on the side. So whenever you put the paper in, it's on the side. So it actually like comes around to you.
Oh. Okay.
It
Inside
actually,
of there,
comes around.
But you had to load it on that hook. You had to load it. The paper facing you or the paper behind the roll?
It's on the side, so it's.
On the inside though, ain't it on the inside?
It's on the outside.
So it's straight up and down.
Yeah, it's a straight up and down, and it's the side like that.
Okay. So you're okay. Me, if somebody,
but if I had it the other way, I think it should come from the bottom.
Wait a minute, you're talking about the paper should be like?
No, the paper should be behind.
Like, hold on a second.
The paper should be behind, and you pull it.
I want to say that. Let's say this.
We're actually having a debate about toilet paper.
Yeah. So you don't think you should pull here? You should pull in the back.
I pull from the back so it'll spin.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm at your house and I'm taking a shit,
I pull from the back. So
I will turn your toilet paper around.
What difference does it make?
It makes a big difference.
Why?
I don't like it.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't like. I cannot. I don't know why.
You don't like it.
When you asked me what my pet peeve, I should have said
it has to be from the
front.
From the front.
But that's just the way it was made.
See, I think you should pull it from the bottom and let it spin.
Why though? But you can pull it from the front and it'll spin. It's so much more of a clean pull, clean tear. Like the back, when you pull it, you're pulling. It almost is going to unroll when you pull it. You know, if it's on the front, you can.
Now that is true. It is true. Because if you just pull it and you don't really hit that perforated part, you'll have it's a spin. And you'll just have toilet paper.
Everybody that's listening to this right now, comment below and tell us: toilet paper, should it be pulled from the front or should it be pulled from the back? I'm curious to know what other people think because.
I'm curious.
And if you think, I'm going to tell you, if you say from the back, we're going to have some words. We're going to exchange some words.
I've never thought about that.
I'm telling you, I can't take a poop anywhere except for, and without noticing it. If I'm at somebody's house or.
You notice which way it is.
Yeah. You know, it's so bad that I want to carry, I got a key for like, most restaurants have the same big round toilet paper, like, you know what I'm talking about?
I already know where you're going with this, yeah.
I've got the key. I've thought about carrying, there's been several times where I'm like, fuck. Somebody loaded this toilet paper in backwards, even in the roll. I'm like, if I had my key, I'd flip it around. But I've been known to flop toilet paper around.
Mm-hmm. I got a feeling you're going to answer this next question the way you've answered them all, and it'll fit perfect anyway. It says, what advice would you give your younger self to prepare for now? If you could go back in time, let's say
give me an age.
If Will now could talk to 10-year-old Will.
Oh, man. man.
What would you say to him?
10-year-old Will wouldn't fucking give me the time of day to listen to what the hell I had to say. He'd probably flick me a bird, spit on the ground, and then take off running somewhere. I don't know.
I just pictured it. I believe
it. Yeah, I was here, a little bald headed ass. Hey, I
believe it.
I was a little bitty old. My grandma sent me a picture. I'm actually going to show you this picture.
I believe that.
I imagine I'm around 10 years old here in this picture here, but she sent me this picture, and this. You think this kid right here would listen?
That's you.
That's 10-year-old me right there.
Have you seen?
That's 10-year-old me. That's so funny you asked 10-year-old.
You gonna have to put that. You gonna have to put
I will.
that on the
I'm
site
gonna post that somewhere.
You've got to post that.
People are gonna ask that.
Yeah,
let me see the picture.
Now I see what Trace gets.
Yeah. If you want to see the picture, let me know.
Now I see what Trace gets, bro.
The picture for the podcast.
No, we got to take a picture before I'm gonna stick to them.
You got to.
Yeah. So that's look. I've been a badass my whole life. Look at it. Like, throwing at the guns. Look. That's literally skin on bone. There's no meat there.
You have got to post that.
I'm serious. If I swallow a piece of bubble,
but right there, you probably think you're the world's strongest kid, though.
Oh, I was. It looks like we're at a hotel, like at the beach or something. You see the You can't tell me shit right there.
Damn.
But I'll. He probably wouldn't listen to me, but I would try to talk to him, just like my kid. You know, Trace is 4, and I got a little brother. He's 4 or 5 years younger than me. 4 years younger than me. And growing up, I felt like I had to I didn't raise him by any means, but I would be like, I try to help him be tough and try to help him be stronger and better. It's like an older brother is supposed to do, you know. Well, you don't know how many times I've been like, I've yelled at my kid and called him my little brother's name. Like, I'm like, Dalton, I meant Trace, you know, because he does shit. Like, in my head, he's doing something that I don't remember it, but in my head, I guess, like, subconsciously, something that Dalton used to do. I'm like, you dumbass, like, don't do that. What are you doing? So when I see him doing it, like, for some reason, it clicks back in my head, like, Dalton's doing it, or something like, just because I protected my little brother, you know, I wanted to help make him as tough. Well, I'm trying to do the same thing with my kids, so I'm like, but anyway, if I could tell 10-year-old me something, I'd say, he wouldn't listen, but I'd definitely tell him, I don't know, dude, 10-year-old me didn't have a clue. 10-year-old me didn't have a clue, like,
teenage you then. Teenage you.
Let's say 15-year-old me.
15-year-old.
I would tell myself to slow down. 15 years old, I was way too fast. And I mean, in cars, in life, I was getting speeding tickets. I was wrecking cars. When I was 15 years old, I was extremely reckless. I was getting in trouble all the time. I had a smart-ass mouth. I'd get into it with the resource officers and shit at the school, at high school, and just smart ass mouth, and I guess I walked around like my shit didn't stink. I would tell my 15-year-old self to slow down and realize your shit stinks just like everybody else's.
Right.
And like I said, he wouldn't listen. I know he wouldn't listen. Like that was me. I remember distinctly. Like I would have thought that, and sometimes I'm guilty of it today. I would have thought that, you can't tell me shit. I already know. But see, like today, and today's Will, when somebody starts telling me something, like the 15-year-old Will is like, fuck that dude. He don't know shit you don't know. But then current me's like, listen, you'd be a fool not to listen. Free advice is worth the price you pay. Now, the dude might not know what the hell he's talking about, but listen, might learn something, might realize he's just a dumbass. But I just tell him, slow down, man. Pay attention and slow the hell down. But I really wouldn't change much, I guess. I mean, I got some scars and broke some hearts and, did whatever. But, hey, I got some good memory. That's all right.
All right. What you got over there for
Let's
me?
see.
What you got?
Let's see here. So, this is a little bit of a funny one, I guess, maybe. Let's say you went to bed tonight, and when you woke up in the morning, you was a woman. You had boobs. You was like a woman. Like you woke up. I know you're 32 years old, so let's just say you woke up a 32-year-old woman. But you was like, what's the first thing you gonna do? You wake up. You're like, what the fuck? What's the first thing you do? You wake up as the opposite sex. First thing you do.
What's the first thing I'm gonna do?
Yeah. So you woke up and like, wait a minute. Yeah. What do you do?
I guess I would check out my body parts or something. Just that's a nicer way of trying to put it out there. I guess I would check and.
The first thing when I read this question,
what would you do?
Scratch and sniff.
Well, that's.
I would just have to see.
I would like. That's what I'm saying. I would look and make sure it was real.
Grab your boobs.
Is this really real? Like, is this you know.
I imagine I'd have big boobs.
Yeah, but the scratches.
I imagine I have nice boobs. So I'd be like, at first I'd grab my boobs and I'd be like, what the hell? And then I'd be like, I'd have to look at it and I'd be like, oh shit, like this is real. The scent will give it away if it's real or not. So I don't know, man. I mean, everybody, I'm sure everybody have a different answer, and this goes back to what I said earlier about would you rather never speak again or have to say everything that's on your mind? Like I like to say what's on my mind. So
right.
I'm like I'd be lying or hiding the truth if I didn't tell you the raw truth. That's gonna make some people upset, but I don't care because it's not bad, you know. I mean, as a man, sometimes you like make sure you know you're like, oh shit. As a woman, I'm sure I do the same thing.
First thing that pop on your mind: fame and fortune.
Fame or fortune?
Yeah.
Well, what can you be more? What is fortune? Just money?
Just money. Think about it, cause you can be.
Would you not say they kind of go hand? Most famous people have at least a small fortune.
They do go hand in hand, but think about it like this: separated. You know.
How about break this down?
Fame is like.
Let me take the word.
You
famous.
can't even go to Walmart without people. Hey, man, come on, let's take a picture. You can't even sit down and eat. Think about. Like a Jay-Z or somebody. I mean, he just can't run in 7-Eleven.
That's
true.
What I'm saying?
That's
true, yeah. I would say...
Or would you rather just have, money? And not that... Who's that?
I want to be...
Not that notoriety.
Yeah, I want to be well known because I'd like to eventually get into like motivational speaking.
Right.
Or... I think the more people that know me, I would be able to touch
reach more people.
Exactly, reach more people, and I told you, man, I'm all about impact. I'm trying to make an impact. And anybody who needs an impact on their life, I want to be the guy who's like, man, that dude, he opened my eyes. I can't do anything for anyone other than open the cage, open the fucking cage, you know. So if I said fame, I wouldn't mean I don't want the take a picture, you know. I would like the outreach that Jay-Z has, like. Jay-Z can talk to if Jay-Z wants a press conference or if he wants the world to know something, he can just upload on his fucking Twitter and everybody knows.
It's
you know?
done, yeah.
As opposed to where me, if I upload on my Twitter, I get 2 likes and I don't even think I have a fucking Twitter. The gym has.
I was about to say, do you have a Twitter?
The gym has a Twitter, but it's been months since it's been on. I don't even know how to do Twitter. I think I started doing Twitter. I don't even know. I don't know the last thing.
I don't know how to do Twitter.
But it's the outreach. I would like
to have that.
I know you have to pick fortune or fame. I guess I would say the fame not so much. If I had a fortune, I could reach more people.
You could reach more people.
I wouldn't. I don't want to be. Right. I don't want to go to the damn gas station and get like bombarded.
Yeah, you can't. You know,
I've been eating at Applebee's before, and somebody come up to me saying, "Hey, man, can I take your picture?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm nobody."
Yeah.
You know, what do you want a picture of me for? Look at me. Well, let me show you. Look at how I dress. I made this shirt, and these were my dad's sweatpants.
Right.
I look homeless. I went to the bank today, and they thought I was going to rob the fucking place. No, they didn't. Everybody in there knows me. But I would say I would like to have the outreach, but if I had to pick one or the other one, I would say the fortune,
the
so
fortune
that
of it,
I could get Facebook ads. if I had a fortune, I'd pay
that
for
advertisement.
Yeah. All right, so I know we've been talking about pooping earlier, so we're going to talk about pooping one more time. Let's say you're in a public restroom, and you just took a poop. Then you look over to your left or right, and you realize that there ain't no toilet paper in the stall. What you gonna do?
There's no toilet paper.
And you gonna need. It's a mess.
You gonna need some
toilet paper. This ain't gonna be one where you just like. This wasn't gonna be a clean wipe. You gonna need some toilet. What you gonna do? Your stomach's toe up.
I mean, these questions.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm just thinking out of the box.
Yeah, out of the stall. Outside of the stall.
They usually have those seat covers.
This one, they ain't no
in
seat
public,
covers.
In public restrooms.
Okay, I like where you're going with that. Let's see.
That's a possibility.
But is that not like wax paper? That's just gonna smear.
but that will.
That's just gonna smear.
But that would get you to the point where maybe you could like hop over to the next stall and see if there's anything.
I would. Okay. So that's your first thing. Okay, let's say there ain't no wax paper behind you. There ain't no cookie sheets behind you. There ain't no toilet seat covers. What's next?
I'm answering these questions.
Yeah. Well, the title of this podcast is going to be called "Who is Travis Scott?"
If I mean,
so far you load your toilet paper backwards.
Thinking. Okay, first thing that comes to mind besides that, Do I have on an undershirt?
Okay,
Do
that's
I have
good.
do I have on a wife beater or something like
No,
that?
okay.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, Austin.
Well, see, the first thing that came to my mind,
Yeah.
like when I was in the army, dude, we were in Afghanistan. They ain't
Yeah.
no toilet paper. If you ain't
Yeah.
got nothing, if you don't got nothing,
Yeah.
the top part of your socks got to come off. You get you fucking
Yeah, yeah.
But guess what?
You don't have on
Oh,
socks.
last socks. I don't even wear shoes no more.
Uh,
So okay, undershirt. Okay, that's a
You go
good.
to
I mean,
the-
there is no right
you
answer.
would go to the shirt.
Yeah, you'd have to. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say last
Even
resort.
if you didn't have an undershirt, you would have to use whatever shirt you had on.
Worst case scenario, you have
And
to use
just
your
walk
drawers.
out
Use your drawers.
And just walk. There you go.
Worst case
That
scenario,
is the best. Yeah,
Travis.
Yeah. See, you don't. You
I ain't
don't
got no
wear
drawers.
drawers.
I ain't no drawers. I am all the way for it. I'm about to. Hey.
So what would you do? Cut a couple dreads?
Oh hell no! I walk out with a dirty booty if I cut a dread. I'm wearing a beanie or a headband, something that we're just what I do, I'd be like, hey yo, next door,
Somebody next
hey,
door,
some
you
toilet
got
paper in there,
anything?
look, reach under. Oh man. So yeah.
Our questions are completely opposite today.
Well, I mean, dude, I hit you with so many like serious questions
Serious
last
questions,
time. I want to see, we got to know a little bit of a serious Travis. I want to know how
Right.
people,
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
After that question, I'm kind of stumped now.
Who is the real? This is the.
You got another question for me?
I do.
Over there.
I got one more question, and then it's kind of a silly one as well, but not really. I mean, would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak? So you can't talk anymore, or you can't read anymore. You got to pick one.
Dude, that is tough.
That's a tough question.
You said lose the ability to read.
Read or lose the ability to speak. I think if I have an answer for you. If somebody said, "What would Travis say?"
Yeah.
I think I have an answer. But I want to hear you say it first, or would you rather hear me tell you what I think?
I mean, I was about to say I think I would rather.
Let me say it. Let me guess. Because I got a good answer.
Yes.
So the question is,
That's what I'm gonna say, yes.
would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak? So I would say, if somebody said, "What do you think Travis would answer?" I would say, I think Travis would rather lose the ability to speak, because if you can't read, you can't write, and writing is one of your passions. So therefore,
Ooh, that is a good one.
And yeah, what would
That
you?
is a good one.
You can't read, you can't write. You know what I'm
That is
saying?
a good one.
And if you can write, you can always have somebody sing
is a
it or
good
read it
one.
or say it for you. There's sign language. There's
is
all
a
kind of
good
shit
one.
other than.
Because I could, I agree. Because I could talk through my writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That is a good
and dude,
one.
reading is like education.
Right.
Somebody takes the ability for you to read, then fuck, dude, you're
Yeah.
screwed. Everything's reading.
Yeah.
Everything's reading.
Everything is.
Everything is reading. Oh man.
Those
So
were some really good questions.
yeah,
I'm thinking about those all day.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. With these questions, if any listener or anybody that's on the Iron Covenant page, Facebook, Instagram, if they have a question or a topic that they want,
oh yeah, we're excited. We
hey,
wanna hear-
just comment it.
comment, let us know, shoot us an email, ironcovenantsc@gmail.com. Leave us a message, shoot a message to the Iron Covenant Facebook page. We're super excited about getting this going. We're getting way more feedback than I thought, like way more right off the bat. I've been busy as hell the past week or so. Ever since we started this, our podcasts are now on Google Play or Google Music, whatever. I got links to that. I'll post all the links on here. We're on Stitcher. Is that right? Stitcher. We're on Stitcher. We should be on Spotify by the end of the day. We've been waiting for 2 days for that. Spotify, Stitcher, Google Music. What else are we on? Podbean. And actually, if you go to our website, ironcovenantsc.com, click on the Open the Cage podcast tab. All of our podcasts are there. You can click play and listen to it from there, and it'll automatically play on whatever player you have on your phone or computer. And make sure to like it. If we also upload them to YouTube, so if comment, let us know what you think. And like you said, feedback is what it's gonna. The more feedback you give us, the better we can make this for you and for us. So if you have any questions for myself, any questions for Travis, Austin, whoever, if you have any
Awesome.
the Audi, if you have a guest that you think would be very beneficial for us and other folks, make sure you let us know. I've got several guests coming up really soon. So many different topics we're going to be going over. The guests we're going to have in here, the diversity is crazy. We got people from every aspect coming in, telling us their side of the story. Whether you're Democratic, Republican, don't give a shit about any of it. We don't care. We don't care. We like good conversation. So if you or someone you know is really good at conversations, holler at us. Let us know something. We'll keep this shit going. We appreciate your time. Thank you for listening. And you got anything else, Trav?
I got one more thing. I got something else that I wanna leave to the podcast room.
Okay. Oh shit.
Now this came out of my man cave.
Okay. Oh,
this came out of my man cave.
Shit.
This is for you and Austin.
I ain't even seen it.
This is for you and Austin.
I'm looking at the back.
What's on the back? Make sure one hand on. I'm like, what's on the back? We can put this up somewhere.
Wait, tell the story before you tell me. You came out of your man cave.
You tell the story.
Yeah, you brought that out of your man cave.
No,
what made you? I ain't even seen it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, no, look.
No, I got several pictures hanging up. A lot. I got like.
Hey, by the way, the lion from up front that you brought at the very beginning of the other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that here.
Actually, I had to pick between two pictures.
Okay.
Two pictures. Now, I'll tell you one. I had one of Bruce Lee.
Okay.
I mean,
Bruce Lee.
Come on.
Yeah.
What kind of... Any man cave, I think, any podcast room or something, you got to have something like somebody iconic up on the wall, like Bruce Lee or something like that. So... I had a hard time parting with this one now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you this one right here to hang up.
Okay.
I'm going to give you that one right there to
hang up. Shit!
Right?
Ali! Now that's a damn good picture right there.
That is a good picture right there.
Yeah.
So we're going to put this up somewhere.
Oh, man, that's good. That's good.
On the wall.
That's real good.
And so the next picture like this we can have of Austin knocking someone out in the
Oh,
cage.
shit.
So Austin, you got to knock somebody out.
Dude, that's a good one there. Right here. That's a good picture right there.
We have to put this up somewhere.
Damn, man, that's a good.
We can fill this whole room up. Like,
we're gonna fill this room up.
Somebody do something.
Yeah,
we can have one.
Dude, that's sick. And that that goes with everything here.
That goes with everything. Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. I can't wait to hang that shit up. Right now, that's gonna go right here because hell, dude. So what he brought was I know you guys can't see it, but I'll put a picture of it up. It's who is that? Evander Holyfield? Who's he knocking down right there? No idea.
Not Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
Look, I like the picture, so I bought it.
Dude, it's a good picture. It's Muhammad Ali standing over someone he knocked down. It's not Evander Holyfield.
So you don't even see that person. Yeah. You just focusing on
but
Ali.
It's a great picture. That's badass, and it's a great addition to the podcast room. It goes with the we got boxing gloves right fucking here. I don't know where it'll probably go right here. I don't know where we'll put it yet, but man, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. But I'll post a picture. I'll post a picture to. I'll probably take a picture of me and you holding it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see that picture because I have to approve these pictures.
Sonny Liston.
Is that who it is? That's who it looks like. That's his haircut. So Sonny, Sonny Liston.
Sonny.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, hell yeah! Like I said, dude, that's sick. So hopefully I can get every guest that comes in here to bring something, whether it be something of personal value to them. Hopefully, like I said, fill this room with energy. That's positive energy right there.
Real quick, I heard somebody ask a question. I don't even see how you can compare the two because it's from two different eras. They was like, well, what if Mike Tyson was at this time?
Well, that's who Mike Tyson fought Evander Holyfield.
But you can't even really... You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't compare Ali and Mike Tyson. I mean, those are just two different... That's like comparing rappers today to rappers
from the early 80s, that's 90s. Fair. It's a whole
different game. Now, you can't even compare that.
It would be very nice. See what each one of them weighed.
He was 236, I think.
Ali
was big. Ali was tall and had some weight on him.
Because Tyson's short.
Compared to they were the same weight class.
Yeah, definitely same weight class, but Tyson was short to be. If you see some of the pictures of him, the videos.
That's it right there.
That's the fucking picture right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit. And Ali was a big activist too.
So that's what I like about him.
Yeah, I like anybody who fights for what they believe in. I don't give a shit what you believe in. Whether I agree with it, disagree with it, you know, part of the pursuit of happiness is fighting for what you believe in. So, damn, okay. E-I.
So Tyson was 200. Tyson 5'10", 240 pounds.
5'10", and
Yeah.
what was Ali? 63. So I'm 59 and a half at 5'9".
Ali was 6'3".
So 6'3". Damn, 6'3", and he's what, 5'10"?
I'm 5'10",
Yeah.
220, and Mike Tyson is 240, 5'10".
You were not 5'10".
Yeah, he's about 5'11". I'd say you're 5'11".
Oh yeah, my bad.
Dude,
My bad.
I'm 5'9" and a half, and I got to
It's been it's been a long
Yeah.
it's been a long night and
I gotta
day.
step
I don't even know
yeah.
how tall I am.
Yeah. That's
At
true.
least
That's
6
fair.
foot.
Yeah.
Thank you for speaking up.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you for
forgot he was in
speaking
here.
up.
Nah. But yeah, dude, that's man, that's incredible. That's incredible.
But it says Mike Tyson at one time fighting weight was 215 of straight pure muscle.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Tyson was a heavy hitter. He had them hard hitting hands. Ali was known for taking shit, like rope doping. Do you think Ali could handle being against the ropes if Tyson's got him pinned up? Tyson's a knockout king, dog.
Tyson is.
But Ali's known for just taking that shit. You put the knockout king against the person who just takes all the hits, what's going to happen?
Exactly.
That'd be a good one.
Tyson was the man, though, man.
You know,
I've seen.
They do those. You seen where they do like the greatest warrior? There's some
Yeah.
TV show where they take the statistics and they say Green Beret versus Spetsnaz or Spetsnaz, whatever the fuck, and they say who was a better warrior.
Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
it's called Deadliest
Oh,
Warrior.
okay.
It'd be cool as fuck if they did like an Ali. They generated. They got some kind of computer program that does all the statistics on that shit, and they did Ali and they did Tyson. I'm curious to know what the little thing would say. You know, that Deadliest Warrior. So if you listen to this, hell, fucking tell us what you think. Who would take the W on that shit? Tyson or Ali? Some people get mad at you for asking that fucking question.
I know, right? Because that's not even a comparison to a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Oh, man.
like, how dare you compare
Are you serious?
Ali
Yeah.
to Mike
Yeah.
Tyson?
Yeah. Well, shit, I think that about sums the day up. I hope everybody that heard today's episode appreciates it and likes it. Today's message is be thankful and keep on keeping on. Thanks for listening. Iron Family.